Good evening and welcome inside the William Academy Gymnasium here in Ontario's feel-good town, Cobourg, Ontario, for this Thursday night matchup between the William Academy Vikings and the visiting Crestwood Prep Lions. It is the OSBA Game of the Week, the third game of this week in mid-November. I'm JJ Evison, happy to have you along for this contest. William Academy, he comes to get it right back. Phillips, good footwork on the defensive side of things, staying in front of his assignment. Pull, odd man rush the other way. The dump off. And it's going to be a foul against Uraz. Coach Tony McIntyre going to talk things over with his squad. We'll take a quick break and be back with the rest of the first quarter here at William Academy. You're watching the OSBA Game of the Week live on OSBA TV on YouTube. We're back here inside the gym at Cobourg, 16-10. The home team ahead with free throws upcoming to Zayden Bangura. Bangura makes them both, extending the Vikings lead to 8. Pressure now in the backcourt. Broken by Crestwood. A lane opens up inside. Contact count. They're going to wave the basket off. One too many steps from Malachi Phillips as the gather occurred before he took his first and second steps, say the officials. Flurry of movement underneath the basket. Exact, looking for an open teammate. No one's moving. A little stagnant offensive possession. Akachi comes to set the screen into the corner. And from the elbow, the jumper off the mark. Akachi with the rebound, goes up strong, no good. Fight for the loose ball. Uraz settles it down. Now, Anio Jukin has it. Working around the screen, kicks it out. Shot from the perimeter, too strong. Cabella with the loose ball. Gets by the double team, dumps it off. Akachi with the throwdown. Jock Akachi, the 6'11 center. Isaiah Clark uses his body to get inside. Sliding over at the last second was Josiah Aqua, and now William Academy are out of fouls to give with 2:33. The officials actually coming together to say no foul. They're going to erase the foul and give the possession to William Academy. So the Vikings up 10, 2:33 left, still have that last foul. As checking back in is Aiden Pullman. Here's Exact. Finds Cabella on the far wing. Picked up by Uraz. Back cut. It's there. Extra pass. Akachi couldn't throw it down. Pressure from the backside. Isaiah Anio-Jukin gets contacted near the half court. And that foul will be the team's 5th. So free throws upcoming for Crestwood. William Exact picking up that foul. Cabella is going to check out Caleb Coote back into the game. Free throws for Isaiah Anio-Jukin. So Anio-Jukin, the class of 2028 guard, was a third-team All-Star last year in the OSBA D-League with the Crestwood Prep Junior squad. He misses on the first. Played his club ball with Canada Elite. The second doesn't go either. Akachi with the rebound. Coote calling out the play for the Vikings. Switching sides, picked up by the class of 2028 guard. Akachi had position inside. Coote wanted the screen. There's a screen and roll, and Sammy Uraz gets fingertips on it. And that's a block out of bounds. Good help defense by Sammy Uraz, the class of 2026. Won gold with Team Ontario at the Canadian National Championships in 2024 at York University. Big part of the leadership of this Crestwood program. Offensive foul is going to go against Akachi. And that's a turnover. Malachi Phillips trying to go end-to-end. Couldn't score. Anio-Jukin taps that ball that was headed for the 2-on-1 right to Isaiah Clark. Here's Uraz. Eyeing up the big man. Spin move. Looking for somebody to pass it to. He gets the dribble back alive. They're going to call him on the travel. Baseline official. And neither team really taking care of the ball all too well here early in the contest. 1:30 to go in the first quarter. Coote over the timeline. Hands it off. Josiah Aqua into the paint. And following up the play was Jock Akachi. So Jock Akachi with the massive throwdown, then gets the warning for headbutting the ball after it went through the hoop. And that's what all the commotion is. More pressure in the backcourt. Crest would have to get it in. And another foul on an inbound pass. William Exact called for the foul. He's got 2. Miguel Hunt's got 2, and Amari Lincoln has 2. Jock Akachi with 1. And the fouls still piling up for the Vikings. So Exact will head to the bench. David Williams heads onto the court for the Vikings, who are up 12, 1:21. Anio-Jukin at the line, who already missed the pair tonight. The first goes. William Academy girls volleyball team here trying to get inside the head of the Crestwood Prep players, banging on the bleachers and causing a ruckus. And now it's pressure in the backcourt applied by Crestwood. Coote comes back to accept it, picked up by Isaiah Hamilton. Hamilton's length and athleticism doing a good job to keep his primary assignment in front. Ajakacachi catch and shoot from the baseline, that counts. Akachi's got 6 points. Uraz with the dump off. Clark prodding underneath, but nothing's there. He'll go again. And the Ojukin back to Clark, turns the corner. And Akachi picks up his second foul. Isaiah Clark to the line. Crestwood have 8 free throw attempts and 4 points to show for it, just 50% from the charity stripe. Under their season average and just simply not good enough here in the first quarter. After the Vikings put themselves in foul trouble. Josiah Aqua, baseline, corner. Pull-up shot from David Williams too long. Isaiah Clark looked ahead. And now it's turned over by Bartley. No one hustling back for Crestwood. So Caleb Coote has it. 10 on the shot clock. Coote turns the corner on the pick and roll, and Isaiah Clark's going to be called for contact, preventing Zayden Bangura from getting downhill. And now William Academy going to call a timeout. Stuck. They are actually up 24-13, 11-point lead for the home side. They're going to talk things over in terms of final possession after the free throws that will be upcoming here for Zayden Bangura, who is yet to get on the score sheet. You can almost expect more pressure on the inbound pass where they've been handcuffed a little bit. 2 fouls of Williams' 8 in the quarter coming from pressure on the baseline inbound of Crestwood Prep. Something clearly they need to clean up before the second quarter begins. 7 different scores for the Vikings on the score sheet. 4 3-pointers made, and it is 24-13. So Zayden Bangura will head to the free throw line. 19.7 left in the opening quarter.
Timer, be good on the timer.
They're actually going to call that not in the act of shooting. So William Academy have it here with the drawn up play. Caleb Coote eyeing up an Iojukin, hands it off to Cabella. Cabella dancing on the perimeter, gets inside, dump off. Caleb Coote from distance, that's no good. Isaiah Hamilton. And the ball quickly moves into the front court, and Iojukin blocked at the top. That heave at the end of the quarter, not going to reach the net. So 10 minutes played, it's an 11-point lead for the home side. We'll step aside for a quarter break and be back. You're watching the OSBA Game of the Week from William Academy in Cobourg, Ontario, live on OSBA TV on YouTube.
Wet Grip Microfiber wicks away sweats and maintains superior handles. Spalding Shooter Seam is designed for instant ball recognition. Rotationally balanced butyl bladder provides ultimate air. Official high school game ball of over 20 stated options. Built for hardwood hooping.
William Academy ahead 24-13 at the start of the second quarter, but 4 players handcuffed with 2 fouls apiece. William Exact, Miguel Hunt, Amari Lincoln, and Ajak Akachi.
Put that red thing across.
Akachi's got 6 points to tie the game's high with Genovi Cabella, his teammate. Meantime, just 4 points from Isaiah Hamilton, a relatively quiet quarter for the class of 2028 guard. All the way to the rack, Isaiah Clark catching a body. You gotta hold your ground against Isaiah Clark and Isaiah Hamilton, otherwise you're gonna be on the negative side of their highlight reel. Cabella finds a relocating Coot. Fighting through the screen was Michael Bartley. First foul of the second quarter is going against Bartley and Crestwood Prep. It'll be Josiah Aqua to trigger. He gets it into Aiden Pullman. Now Coot on the perimeter looking for a lane. Gets inside on Bartley, and Bartley gets called for a second foul in a matter of 10 seconds. And that's going to be a shooting foul for Caleb Coot. Bartley picks up his second. And at the scores table, ready to check in, is Goran Davidovic. Another class of 2028 guard here, rostered on this Crestwood squad. Nearly have more class of 2028 players than class of 2026. But they are playing against some grade 12s like they belong. Coot misses on the first. Misses on the second as well. Coming in to tap the rebound was Bangura, and he's looking for a teammate as he gets double teamed, and he gives it up. And Iojukin has odd man numbers over the top. Isaiah Hamilton, how you doing? A broken play saved by the 6'7" guard and the top-ranked player in the class of 2028 who picks up a foul going for the steal. And that's 3 fouls with under a minute gone in the second quarter. Hamilton picks up his second of the game. Crestwood have 3 fouls in 55 seconds played, so that'll bring in Malachi Phillips. Pullman accepts the inbound pass, gives it right back. Josiah Aqua, that's a deep 3 from Coot off the mark, and Iojukin snatches the rebound, tries to turn the corner. Following the play, Isaiah Clark, plenty of time and space, misses. Davidovic taps the ball, but Cabella's there to collect it, turn it into the front court. Attacking, mid-range floater, no good. Loose ball falls to William Academy. Pullman at the elbow with a dead ball. Josiah Aqua comes to bail him out. 2 on the shot clock. Aqua has that one blocked by Iojukin. Davidovic ahead, rewards the defensive effort. Uraz, the guard, will settle it down. Clark with the one-on-one matchup finds Iojukin on the perimeter. That rims around. Malachi Phillips soaring in for the rebound and the nifty putback. Phillips has 4 points. Here comes Genovi Cabella handing it off to Caleb Coot. Steps inside the three-point line and drills the mid-range Jimmy. Davidovic now. He gets it to Clark. There's an open lane, and Clark is going to go down the lane and elevate, throwing it down with the one hand for 2. Back and forth we go. Caleb Coote gets his own rebound off the sideboard. Make that back-to-back offensive rebounds. A trio of rebounds for Coote before the foul is called, and it's against Anio Jukin, his first, team's 4th. And with 7:31, Crestwood out of fouls to give, but have worked themselves back and are now only stuck by 5 after being stuck 11 to start the quarter. Coote hits the first. And 3 offensive rebounds off of 1 play is just inexcusable. But the composure from the coaching staff of the Crestwood team tells you they know that it's still on it. Phillips to Davidovic in the corner. That's no good. Davidovic gets the rebound, tapped to him by Uraz, and attacks with the left. 4-point game now. The Lions trail. Cameron Ewers up top to Miguel Hunt. Cabella around a flurry of screens. He's not open. Amari Lincoln inside. Pass couldn't be corralled. And now Crestwood are running. Anio Jukin from the far wing, no good. Uraz gets his hands on it. And he'll reset it with Malachi Phillips. 5-out offense here for the Lions. Phillips on Lincoln. Step back from the free throw line, back iron, and Lincoln has it. He'll turn his head up the court. It's a 1-on-5. He's going to tuck it like a football and try and lay it in from about 10 feet. That's a difficult ask. Now Crestwood back the other way, slowing things down, going to get to a set that they're comfortable with. Goran Davidovic stepping back over the timeline and turns it back over. Tony McIntyre happy with what he's seeing from his squad, although there are some mistakes. Overall, liking the flow of the game. Coote picked up by Davidovic, gives it right back to Ewers. Up comes Hunt. Hunt squares, gets inside, no good. Davidovic with the rebound, looking for Phillips. Phillips, it's a 1-on-3. He gets to the rack, couldn't score it. Isaiah Clark will bring it into the corner. He wants Uraz to come and get it. Uraz takes the handoff. That's around the rim, and there's going to be a foul on the floor. It's going to go against Isaiah Clark for a push in the back. That's the second on Clark. So free throws, 5:55. Caleb Coote back to the line where he's 1 of 4 in the contest. And they're going to make a correction. They're going to bring in Cameron Ewers as Eric Peck is waiting to check in. They did. Ewers makes the first, stepping in for the second. And he drills them both, and now AP can check in for Isaiah Clark. So both Isaiah Clark and Isaiah Hamilton, stuck with 2 fouls, will join Micah Help Bartley on the bench. And Malachi Phillips finds Isaiah Anio Jukin. He'll work it around the perimeter. Paint touch, gets it back outside for Uraz, who finds it through the hoop for 3. Both of Sammy Uraz's field goals coming from distance. Andy Pullman working on the perimeter now. Forced to pick up the ball. He finds Ewers inside. That's Intercepted by Anio Jukin. Uraz ahead. Attacks through contact. And Uraz is catching fire. He's been hot as of late. So now both teams have had their warning for delay of game. The first was going against Jacques Akechi for headbutting the ball after he dunked it. And Sammy Uraz picks up the warning for Crestwood after going through contact and finishing that tough basket. Caleb Coote picked up by AP, looking for Miguel Hunt, who's guarded well by Anio Jukin. And AP gets picked up. Another foul against Crestwood. It's their 6th. And AP going over to the official to ask for a little more clarification. So Caleb Coote now at the free throw line. Again, he's 1 of 4. With the Vikings ahead by 1. And it's a perfect trip for Caleb Coote. Full court press, easily broken by Crestwood. Uraz alone on the perimeter. That's the shot he wants because he can make them like that. 8 points in the quarter for Sammy Uraz. The game's all tied at 31, 4:48 left until half. It's an OSBA East Division showdown. The 4-1 Vikings taking on the 2-2 Lions from Crestwood. Caleb Coote jump stop. Kick to the corner, Hunt, extra pass, Ewers, pump fake, steps in, and that rims around. Anio Jukin quickly to Uraz. He's got the hot hand, so he picks it up and dials it. Foul will go on Coote, his first of the game. Team's first in the second quarter, and Genovi Cabella is set to check in. Ewers will go to the bench. Uraz a trigger for Crestwood. Quickly into Peck. And they'll work it around. Everybody out beyond the perimeter. Davidovic over the top of the screen, working on Coote now. Gets to his left, to the rack. Can't get the bounce to go. Above everybody for the rebound was William Exact. He turns on the Jets. Cabella can stroke it from there, and that's back iron. AP and Uraz fighting for the rebound. AP will settle it down with Malachi Phillips. Phillips working on Exact. Into the lane, kicks it to the corner. Uraz shooting practice, front iron. That's tapped back to him by Anio Jukin. Uraz just drags underneath both defenders, and now Crestwood have the lead. 10-point quarter for Uraz, 33-31. Lions ahead of the Vikings. Hunt comes up to set the screen, then rolls. Pullman tries to body his way to the basket, and he's going to be charged for the offensive foul, getting that forearm into the chest of Sammy Uraz. A pair of substitutions, Amari Lincoln back in, Zayden Bangura in as well for the Vikings. And Lincoln's got to play with a strong mental fortitude here with 2 fouls. If he wants to stay on the court for the remainder of this quarter at least. There's a timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick break and be back with more second quarter action in the OSBA Thursday game of the week between the Crestwood Prep Lions and the William Academy Vikings. 3:16 left until the halftime break, 33-31. Crestwood Prep have overcome an 11-point deficit here in the second quarter, large in part to Sammy Uraz's 10 points, a pair from three and a pair from right around the basket. Malachi Phillips working down the right-hand side. Uraz left alone, dials it up. That's in and out. And Iojukin, another offensive rebound, couldn't put it back. He gets another offensive rebound, and now it's going to be jump ball with possession favoring the Vikings.
Not ball in the jump. When you throw it, the jump ball.
Caleb Coote, right-hand side, gives it up to Bangura. Josiah Aqua now working top side. Cabella relocating, gets underneath, called for the carry. Good defense by Crestwood Prep on the switch, forces Cabella to take an extra step to his left, and he had to adjust underneath the ball. Gets caught carrying. Davidovic picked up by Coote. And AP sticking out the hip. Picks up his third foul. Just moving that hip ever so slightly to put Caleb Coote off kilter. The official right there makes the right call. And to the table is Kiefer Jansen, ready to check in for Eric Peck, who now has 3 fouls. Coote slips, elevates, and drills it. 7 points in the quarter for Caleb Coote. We're all tied at 33. Phillips working on the top side with Uraz. And Phillips forced back into his own half court. And that's the second backcourt violation for the Lions. So Jansen into the game for the first time, and Crestwood Prep going to call a timeout to talk things over. 2:04 left until the half. Don't go anywhere. More action from the William Academy Gymnasium on the OSBA Game of the Week coming up. .204 until the half. Viking ball in the front court off of the back of the second backcourt violation for Crestwood Prep. Cabella into Coote. He's picked up by Davidovic over top to Lincoln. Lincoln keeps on the handoff. Josiah Aqua now on the near wing. Anil Jukin with the steal. Malachi Phillips finds Uraz in the corner. No good. Phillips with the rebound, trying to go up in one quick motion. Loose ball on the court. Out of bounds, last touch by the Vikings, and there'll be a baseline out of bounds for Crestwood with 9 seconds on the shot clock. Ojakikachi back into the game. Davidovic to trigger. He makes the swift play to put it off the back of Caleb Coote and get an easy 2 points. The class of 2028 guard doing a lot to earn some more playing time for head coach Tony McIntyre. Cabella floater from the mid-range falls. And the Ojukin back to Davidovic, attacking baseline. Back to the top side, and Ojukin, Malachi Phillips, baseline attack, extra pass, wide open, Kiefer Jansen, back iron. Caleb Coote with the rebound. Cabella attacks baseline, gets up and under with the reverse lay-in. We're under a minute to go. Vikings ahead by 2. Davidovic finds Phillips. Phillips gets called for the travel on the 360 spin. Thought he had that pivot foot set, but it was moving. And so this first half for Crestwood has been marred by turnovers. They were down 11, then up 3, and now down 2. Coote uses the screen from McCatchy to get open just inside the perimeter, no good. Davidovic, it's a 3-on-2. And the Ojukin accepts the pass up and under. That is swatted by Bangura. And now it's McCatchy into the front court. He hands it off to Bangura, picked up by Jansen. Bangura will move baseline, up and under. Another one on the baseline attack for William Academy. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Davidovic picks it up. Uraz with the big on him. Gets to a spot, elevates, and picks up free throws here. 3 of them upcoming. Ajak Akachi reaching over the top. Picks up his 3rd foul of the game. So Uraz has 3 free throws here. At the expiration of the half, with his team stuck 4. One second on the game clock, 39-36. The Vikings ahead. Uraz drains the second of 3. Coote at the expiration hits the roof of the gym. And after 20 minutes played, it is a 2-point lead for the home side. We'll be back with 20 more minutes of action on this Thursday edition of the OSBA Game of the Week. Don't go anywhere. All right, 20 more minutes of action here on a Thursday night from Ontario's feel-good town, Cobourg, Ontario. William Academy ahead of the visiting Crestwood prep team 39-37. It was an 11-point lead after 10 minutes. Crestwood held the lead momentarily in the second, and it was a big quarter for Sammy Uraz. For the boys in blue, he had 12 of his 15 points in the second frame. Meanwhile, Caleb Coote has 10 points to be tied for the lead for William Academy with Genovi Cabella. But foul trouble has Ajaka Kechi with limited minutes. He's got 3. Eric Peck has 3 for Crestwood. And Crestwood had 5 team fouls just 55 seconds into the second quarter, something surely addressed at the halftime by head coach Tony McIntyre. Sammy Uraz, Isaiah Hamilton, Eric Peck, Isaiah Clark, and Malachi Phillips, the starting 5 for Crestwood. Amari Lincoln, Miguel Hunt, Genovi Cabella, Caleb Coote, and Josiah Aqua, the 5 for William Academy. Malachi Phillips back to the basket, out on the perimeter, finds Uraz relocating, has it knocked loose. 10 on the shot clock. Phillips turns the corner, gets to the rack, elevates, and gently puts it in off the glass. Lincoln on the perimeter, inside. Hunt, but over the top. Isaiah Hamilton knocks it to Isaiah Clark. And now AP gonna dial it up. Off the iron, loose ball. Hunt finds Coote, and now Cabella. Into a lane, attracts the defense, sends it over. Shots off the mark, Eric Peck will settle it down. Crestwood being implored to go and move quickly. Phillips, turnaround. Baseline, Clark, step back. AP on the outside, dials it up. One dribble, shoot. It's a deep 2 for Eric Peck. Cabella and Coote playing give and go. Coote gets position into the body of Uraz, and that'll be 2 free throws for Caleb Coote. Sammy Uraz picks up his second foul. Coote off the back of the iron. Four for 8 from the free throw line is Caleb Coote in this contest. Phillips clears out the side. Wants the screen. And dribbles it out of bounds. A little miscommunication on the offensive side for Crestwood. Leads to a turnover. Cabella hands it off to Coote, picked up by Peck. And now it's back to Cabella. Working on Phillips. Hunt through the lane. Some incidental contact. Shot from the perimeter off the front of the iron. From Caleb Coote, and it's Isaiah Hamilton giving up to Uraz. Uraz behind the back to Hamilton, and that was not the play. Amari Lincoln ahead to Coote, 2-on-1. Bounce pass into the body of Clark is Josiah Aqua. So Clark picks up his third foul, and Aqua will go to the free throw line for 2. And just sloppy basketball in the last 20 seconds or so, each side. So here's the 6'1" point guard, formerly of James Cardinal McGugan. He sees the first one through. He's got 3 points. All points coming from the charity stripe here for Aqua. Goran Davidovic heads to the scores table. Aqua misses the second. Rebound, Clark. Phillips with a lot of space. Mid-range Jimmy, no good. Lincoln gets the loose ball, turns it up court. Miguel Hunt accepts it, slows it down. Cabella dials it up and finds the bottom. 13 points in the game for Genovi Cabella. He's fielding an offer from East Carolina University. Isaiah Hamilton attracts the double team, and that's a push-off. Isaiah Hamilton picks up his third foul. So Hamilton and Clark, both with 3 fouls apiece, along with Eric Peck. Davidovic in, Clark to the bench. Coot wants the lane on his right. Here comes Hunt. Uraz squares him up. Lincoln down low, into the chest. And the official furthest away from the play is going to call Amari Lincoln for the offensive foul. Lincoln picks up his third, is still scoreless in this game. Davidovic, give and go. Isaiah Hamilton looking on the backside. Uraz to AP now on the far wing. Hamilton wants it over the top. And that's just not good offense. Coot, feet set. Front iron, no. Lincoln, rebound, goes up strong, and there are the first 2 points from Amari Lincoln tonight. Phillips gets his defender in the air, moves right down the lane, and coughs it up. Lincoln has a lane of his own. Uraz trying to stand in and take it. Gets the block, but Miguel Hunt cleans it up. Hamilton 1-on-4. Gets around Miguel Hunt, gets to the rack and throws it down. No help coming over to thwart the attempt of Isaiah Hamilton. Cabella into a three. That finds the bottom. And Genovi Cabella's got 6 points through the first 4 minutes of the third quarter. 51-43, the Vikings ahead. Davidovic calling out the play, but the crowd here at the William Academy Gymnasium being loud. Uraz, top side, three, no good. Rebound, had it. Phillips had it, bounced it out of bounds. So that's a turnover, a pair of substitutions for William Academy. Zayden Bangura, Cameron Ewers into the game. Meanwhile, Isaiah Neojukin will take to the court for Crestwood. Malachi Phillips to the bench. Coot into the front court. Blocked by Hamilton. Loose ball. Coot gets it back. Third chance opportunity. Bangura. Uraz playing give and go with Neojukin. He attacks up and under. Tries to make it pretty. Couldn't come up with the 2 points. Cabella. Nothing there. He brings it back out and settles it down with the point guard, Caleb Coot. Over top. Blocked by Neojukin. Here's Isaiah Hamilton with a runway and the throwdown. How many times have you seen that? The tomahawk jam from the #1 class of 2028 basketball player in the country. Coot turns the corner. Double team, kicks it out. Miguel Hunt back inside, turning around. Ewers finds Coot on the near wing. Over top of Davidovic. And again, Hamilton on the run out into the body of Bangura. And Isaiah Hamilton's going to go to the free throw line. Zayden Bangura picks up his first. Kiefer Jansen back in for Eric Peck. Hamilton looking for point number 12. And he makes a pair. 4-point game, Vikings ahead. Davidovic forcing Coot to the left. Comes away with this, almost comes away with the strip on Cabella. Ewers settles it down top side. Working on Anio Jukin. Cabella, catch and shoot, too strong. Rebound, Hamilton. Splits the double team, gets inside. He wanted to throw it off the glass to himself, knocks it loose. Davidovic into the corner. Uraz, all sorts of daylight. That's going to be out of bounds off the top. Miguel Hunt and Isaiah Hamilton getting tied up underneath. Vikings ball. Amari Lincoln and William Exact back into the game. Miguel Hunt and Caleb Coot will check out. Cabella stuck at the timeline, turns it over. Davidovic, he's gonna lay it in with the right. Good headman pass from Anio Jukin. Isaiah Hamilton went for the steal, leaving Bangura open, but he couldn't come up with anything. So it's gonna be Cabella into the paint, loses it. Lincoln has Cabella behind him. It's a flamingo floater for Lincoln that doesn't fall. Anio Jukin to Hamilton. Hamilton keeps, then he dumps it off. Kiefer Jansen contacted on the top side. Bangura picks up his second foul in a matter of 60 seconds, and free throws upcoming for Kiefer Jansen. Aiden Pullman back into the contest for Zayden Bangura. Caleb Coot back after a quick breather. Cabella went to the bench for the Vikings. It's a 2-point game. 3:19 left in the third quarter. 3 team fouls per side. Jansen back iron. The second will fall. Jansen joins the score sheet. The 8th Crestwood prep player to find their name on the scoring sheet today. Exact, dump off, Lincoln off glass. And Lincoln's getting it done underneath now. Davidovic, Uraz, inside, off glass, couldn't get the roll. Coot, he's gonna keep, tuck, and get to the rack. They're gonna count it on the goaltend. So it's gonna be an and one opportunity for Caleb Coot. That's gonna go on Davidovic. Davidovic calling out the play. Uraz turns the corner, gets by Ewers into the rack. Lincoln's there, but out of bounds. Six-point game, just over 2.5 left in the third quarter. Looking for Uraz backdoor, it's not there. Jansen flares out. Now Davidovic puts the rock to the deck. Jansen relocating on the perimeter. Catch and shoot, overcooked. Uraz, offensive rebound, in through some contact, and that's gonna go against Aiden Pullman. Sammy Uraz to the line. Uraz has 15 points and counting. He leads all Crestwood prep players. Hamilton's up to 12 now, but it's 17 for Uraz. Full court press here for Crestwood. Neo Jukin picking up Coot. Exact, and they'll reset on the far side for Caleb Coot. He'll work over top of the screen. Lincoln picked up by Uraz. Lincoln tucks underneath. Pullman count the basket and the foul. And on back-to-back defensive possessions, Goran Davidovic picks up a foul, sending William Academy to the line. Pullman couldn't complete the play. Pullman knocked it loose. Davidovic with a lane. Kicks it out. And Neo Jukin, catch and shoot from the far corner. Flush. Isaiah Clark back at the scores table, ready to come back in. Josiah Aqua with a pretty crossover, getting downhill and to the rack, finishing with the left. Kiefer Jansen running the court. Mid-range, no good. Coot has it, eyes up. Dumps it off. Pullman couldn't complete the play. Loose ball, knocked out of bounds by Lincoln. And now Clark will check back in. Kiefer Jansen out. Ajaka Ketchi into the game as well. Lincoln will head to the bench. And one final substitution. Malachi Phillips in before we resume play. 62-57. The Vikings ahead. Uraz turns the corner. Looking for Clark underneath. Gets it there with a little bit of mustard. And Isaiah Clark finishes the play. Turnover on the inbound. Wide open. Malachi Phillips attacks baseline. Has to reset. Davidovic called for it the whole way. Malachi Phillips left alone. Back iron into the hands of Pullman. Pullman has time and space. Euro step, block on the backside by Hamilton. Davidovic now quickly into the front court. Extra pass, Uraz. It's shooting practice, and it's good. The fourth three-pointer for Sammy Uraz in the contest, and he brings it back to tie it at 62. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Exact hands it off to Coot. Picked up by Phillips. They'll swing it to the far side. Underneath, Akechi. Squares up. Doesn't get it to go. And that's going to be a foul on Davidovic for hands all over Pullman. Two shots upcoming for Aiden Pullman. Pullman failed to convert on the last and one opportunity, but sees the first one of two through here to put the Vikings back ahead. Misses the second. Davidovic quickly into the front court. He's going to attack Coot, and Coot was leaning. They're going to say play on, and Davidovic gets two. 8 points in the game for Davidovic. Aqua into the corner. Pullman shoots, leaves it short. 4 seconds left. Hamilton ahead. Unable to score the ball. Hamilton pushed it up to Malachi Phillips, who got it off rather quickly, and we're gonna take a quarter break here. The away team back ahead by one, 64-63. You're watching the OSBA Game of the Week between Crestwood Prep and William Academy from Coburg, Ontario. Don't go anywhere. 10 more minutes of regulation here in Cobourg, Ontario. William Academy Vikings hosting the Crestwood Prep Lions. It's the away team ahead by 1. William Academy with a 4-1 record in the OSBA East Division. They lost their opener against CTA Gold and then rang off 4 consecutive wins. Looking to make it 5 tonight. Cabella, catch and shoot. That rims around. Loose ball picked up by Bangura. In the corner now. And that's an out of bounds step from Josiah Aqua. Davidovic remains on the court with 3 fouls. Phillips turns the corner. Uraz left alone. He'll kick it into the corner. There's Davidovic. Catch and shoot. Too strong. Coot ahead. Miguel Hunt. 1 to beat. And he gets it high off the glass over the outstretched arm of Isaiah Hamilton. That's a deep 3 from Hamilton. Back iron. Caleb Coot. Sammy Uraz picking up the foul on the swipe down. That's his 3rd. He caught a little bit of Caleb Coot, and Amari Lincoln will check back into the game. Out goes Josiah Aqua. Cabella takes it over the timeline, picked up by Uraz. Here's Coot working to his left. Gets to the elbow, elevates, and finishes. Malachi Phillips hands it off. Hamilton swiped by Miguel Hunt. Hunt with 1 to beat behind the back. Takes it to his left. 1-2 step through the lane. Miguel Hunt doing some work. Hamilton on the leak out, throws it down. It's the 4th throwdown for Isaiah Hamilton in the contest. Lincoln working down the right-hand side, and Isaiah Hamilton picks up another foul. His 4th, going for the steal. That's a matchup you like to have with Hamilton squaring up Lincoln, keeping him outside on the perimeter. No need to reach for that. Cabella will inbound for the Vikings. Lincoln in the middle has it knocked away. Hunt to the Lincoln now in the corner. Inside, Davidovic, headman pass. Hamilton over top, couldn't lay it in. Hamilton late to get back in the play. Coot wants the screen. Gets to the top side, works to his right. Right past Davidovic. Easy lay-in for Caleb Coot. 17 points in the game for Coot now. Uraz, extra pass. Davidovic inside. Isaiah Clark, mid-range. That is 90% of the way down and then falls out. The headman pass into the bench for Crestwood Prep. That's tipped. The official says it was tipped by Hamilton. He's going to check with the other official who didn't get eyes on it, it appears. And the official in the backcourt says no tip. It's going to go with Crestwood. Vikings back ahead by 5. 7:45 left to go in the 4th quarter. Malachi Phillips over the timeline. Now Uraz on the wing. Gets inside and is fouled with an elbow to the back. Zayden Bangura picks up his 3rd. Phillips works it around. Davidovic, 5-out offense for Crestwood. Davidovic turns to the corner, elevates, stopping on a dime. And Goran Davidovic can play with the best of them in the painted area. Cabella picked up by Phillips, working at far side. Coot Has Davidovic come up to him, forcing him to his left. Gets to the second level, elevates, that's too strong. Isaiah Clark picks up his fourth. Aiden Pullman back in for Zayden Bangura. Eric Peck heads to the scores table. Clark will go to the bench with his fourth foul. Peck's playing with 3. Hamilton has 4 as well. Miguel Hunt to trigger for the Vikings. Into the corner. Coot catches. Stuck there, picked up by AP. Amari Lincoln wanted it, but he was forced out maybe about 2 feet away from Coot. So the Vikings will reset on the baseline for another inbound play. 14 on the shot clock, 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Hunt finds Lincoln underneath, and that's an easy 2 points for Amari Lincoln. Caught Crestwood sleeping. Davidovic inside, and now Amari Lincoln picks up another foul. He's got 4. So Isaiah Hamilton with 4, Isaiah Clark with 4, and now Amari Lincoln with 4. At the free throw line, Malachi Phillips. Phillips sinks them both. Up to 8 points in the game now for Malachi Phillips. Fielding an offer from the University of California, the 6'4" guard out of Brampton. And Isaiah Hamilton heads to the bench. In comes Michael Bartley. Cabella inside, Pullman. McCatchy from distance, no good. Uraz settles it down and finds Phillips. Phillips working inside the painted area. Davidovic for 3, bottom. "13 points for Goran Davidovic. Coop gets to the second level, kicks it out. Cabella, extra pass. Pullman with the push-off. Pullman picks up his 3rd. One-point game, the Vikings up 73-72, under 6 to go in regulation. Malachi Phillips directing traffic for Crestwood. Gets around the primary screen, finds he has time and space. That's back iron. Pullman with the defensive rebound into the front court. Has a lane, kicks it out. Cabella, catch and shoot, flush. Genovi Cabella, 5 threes and counting for the 6'5" guard. Uraz, pump fake, Euro, and the scoop score is not going to fall, but free throws upcoming for Sammy Uraz. Foul's going to go against Caleb Coot, his 2nd. Uraz leads all scorers in the game with 22 now, under 5.5 to go. Cabella picked up by Peck. Finds Miguel Hunt. Gets around the primary defender to the rack with the left, no good. Rebound snatched by Bartley. Tough take, couldn't get the ball to go through Malachi Phillips. And now Miguel Hunt goes the other way. AP there to block the shot. And they're gonna say it was goaltending. So Eric Peck called for the goaltending. Credit the 2 points to Miguel Hunt. Phillips and Uraz playing on the top side. Pullman gets away with a little contact. Now Phillips attracts the double team. Uraz catch and shoot from distance, and he is on fire. That last three brings Crestwood to within one. Coot. Down low to Aqua, turns around, gives it back to Coot. He wants the screen from Hunt. AP over top of the screen, stays with him. Loose ball, Davidovic. It's a 1-on-3. Davidovic gets to the rack, and it's going to be a foul. They're going to count the basket, and Davidovic's going to go for the and one. Foul against William Exact. He picks up his third. And Amari Lincoln. Correction. Foul's going to go on Caleb Coot. So that's his third. William Exact has two. We're going to count the basket for Goran Davidovic with an upcoming and one opportunity. 15 points for Davidovic off the bench tonight. Sammy Uraz leads all scorers in the game with 25. Davidovic couldn't see that through. Lincoln grabs it off the rim. Pullman. Far side, Aqua. Picks up the dribble, dead ball. Inside, Lincoln working on Uraz. Gets to his spot, elevates, no good. And Bartley snatches the rebound. Phillips up top to AP, who throws it down. Don't sleep on Eric Peck. He can get up with the best of them. Lincoln dials it from deep. No, Davidovic lets it go to Phillips. They're going to go up for Bartley, and Bartley lands with it out of bounds. Phillips not doing a great job taking care of the ball on that odd man rush, looking for something flashy instead of getting two through. Timeout on the floor. William Academy wants to talk it over. Stuck three with time winding down in the fourth. We're going to take a quick break and be back with the final few minutes from William Academy on the Thursday edition of the OSBA Game of the Week. .326 left in the fourth quarter, 81-78, Crestwood ahead. And the Vikings have no more fouls to give, Crestwood with one. left to give before sending the Vikings into the bonus. Pullman, top side middle, finds Coot on the far side. Davidovic trying to force him left. Coot takes the bait, jump stop inside, and a travel called. For most of this second half, Crestwood's game plan for Caleb Coot has been force him to his left, and it's led to a couple of turnovers. Malachi Phillips the other way, doing the heavy lifting in terms of playmaking for Crestwood. Pullman comes out to flare the screen into the corner. Bartley overcooks it. Last touch by the Vikings. It will stay with the Lions. And now Crestwood want a timeout. We're going to go 9 on the shot clock when we come back, under 3 to go. Crestwood with the lead, looking to draw something up to at least get a good look here, potentially add to that lead. 25 points for Sammy Uraz, the 6'6", class of 26 guard, leads all scores, and he's put in 5 from distance. 4 of 5 from the charity stripe. He's really come into his own here early in the OSBA season. Had a rough start in the first and second game, but has shown out since then, scoring readily. And having to do so tonight with Isaiah Hamilton and Isaiah Clark, both stuck riding the pine due to foul trouble. Goran Davidovic getting in on the scoring as well. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, Caleb Coot had 10 at the half, has only added 7 more. Genovi Cabella, 10 at the half, has had 9 more, so 19 to lead William Academy is Cabella, who's also knocked down 5 threes. Line formation for the Lions. Over top, Hamilton with the catch and release, couldn't get it to go, knocked out of bounds. Caleb Coot touching it last, so Isaiah Hamilton tried to go over the top but couldn't complete it. And it'll be Bartley to inbound from the sideline, 14 on the shot clock. Phillips picked up by Coot. He wants the screen on the right side, gets over top of it, exploits underneath off glass, too easy for Malachi Phillips. Just put Caleb Coot on his hip, said forget about it. Davidovic back at the scorer's table. Hunt almost had it stripped from Bartley. Attacks, kicks it out to Lincoln, working on Peck. Lincoln, shoulder down into the lane, couldn't complete the play. The tap in, no good. Hamilton gets fouled on the rebound. And Amari Lincoln upset with himself. So a pair of free throws upcoming for Isaiah Hamilton, who's 2 for 2 from the charity stripe already. Back iron, no good on the first. Picked up by Davidovic. Pullman comes up to accept it, finds Bangura. Cabella trying to get free. AP's with him the whole way. Under 2 to go. 84-78. Crestwood ahead. 5 on the shot clock. Pullman picked up by Hamilton behind the back, and it's a tie-up. Possession favoring Crestwood. 1:49 left to go. They'll take it to the sideline. Lincoln comes back in. Pullman will go to the bench. Six-point game, Crestwood ahead. In what has been a very good back-and-forth contest. Davidovic shakes. Phillips forced back towards the top. 5 out for Crestwood. Phillips just going to dance with it, bring Lincoln back into the paint, and then dial it from distance. Coote with the rebound off the miss. Davidovic called for the contact, and the trip up is Caleb Coote. And that's the last foul to give for Crestwood. Davidovic picks up his 4th. Bangura out, Pullman back in. AP squaring up Cabella. Pullman right back to Cabella, who attacks, dumps it off. Lincoln up and under, couldn't complete it. Amari Lincoln. And that's the 5th foul on Goran Davidovic. So Goran Davidovic fouls out. Amari Lincoln at the free throw line with the clock stopped and his team down 6. So Isaiah Clark back to the scores table to check in for Goran Davidovic. Lincoln can't see the first one through. 2-possession game, 1:20. The second one falls. Phillips. William Exact checked in. Official had to stop the play to allow him in. So 1:20 will go back on the clock. Tony McIntyre getting the explanation from the crew chief here. 5-point game. Sammy Uraz to trigger for Crestwood. AP comes back to accept. Phillips keeps it into the corner. Hamilton dials it up and finds the bottom. The first make from distance for Hamilton tonight. It's now an 8-point game. Cabella off the side of the iron. AP ahead of the pack. Throws it down for 2. Full court heave, full court heave. Josiah Aqua into the front court. Cabella catches, extra pass, Exact to Coote. He'll dial it up and drill it. And there's a timeout, Crestwood on the make, 82-89. 7-point game, so a 3-possession game here from Coburg. In a back-and-forth contest where the sideline is basically at your toes. No more fouls to give for either side. Crestwood with possession, taking advantage of a turnover and a lack of getting back from William Academy on that last offensive possession for Blue. AP throwing it down with ferocity. Crestwood bring the ball into the front court. 14 on the shot clock, 47.2 left in the fourth quarter. 7-point game for the away team. No one guarding the inbounder, Malachi Phillips. Uraz up top, hounded by Cameron Ewers. Into the corner, attacking. Phillips fouled by Coot, and Phillips will go to the free throw line. Malachi Phillips looking at 2 free throws. He's 2 of 2 from the charity stripe in the game so far. Make that 3 of 3 with a chance to add 1 more. 8-point game. Chance to make it a 9-point game. He misses. Lincoln with the rebound. Finds Coot. Coot is hounded in the backcourt. And now Phillips all over him in the front court. Coot gets downhill with the left, no good. Uraz with a rebound that could seal the deal. Hamilton attacks, elevates, tomahawks it. Cameron Ewers finds Coot in front of the Crestwood bench. That's off the top of the glass. AP with the rebound. Under 10 seconds to go. Foul underneath. And Amari Lincoln fouls out. So Amari Lincoln fouls out, Goran Davidovic fouls out. And that's 2 free throws for AP upcoming. AP with 8 points in the game after both free throws are made. Cabella works to his right, double teamed in the corner, fading away from the baseline. AP quickly ahead, and Malachi Phillips will dribble it out. Crestwood improve to 3-2 on the year with the 94-82 victory. William Academy down to 4-2. And we are going to talk to Sammy Uraz and even Tony McIntyre here with the player of the game and the coach interview coming up. So don't go anywhere. Stay locked in. All right, we're back here with the player of the game from Crestwood Prep, Sammy Uraz, 25 points and a dominant performance from the perimeter. Why did teams leave you open from distance?
Bro, I don't know why, bro. I like to thank the coaches. Obviously they're drawing up plays for me and, getting me open. And, I live to make that shot.
You're taking more of a leadership role this year. You got a lot of class of 2028 guys on your team. Obviously, they know the game of basketball. But talk to me about how you're embracing that leadership role and teaching them to have cooler heads and really stay mentally focused on games.
It's a really good feeling, man. And, they know they're my little bros, and I always ride with them, and they do the same thing. They always rock with me, and I'm always gonna embrace it, man. I'm only gonna live once, so.
Back on the positive side of 500, now 3-2 in the OSBA this year. What has the past few weeks been like on getting everybody on the same page and making sure that the plays that you're calling and the offense that you're running is well connected?
Oh, we've been in the gym a lot, man. We've been in constant hours in the gym. We're just trying to figure it out as a team because we did have a little slow start, but we're starting to pick it up now, and we're starting to get in our groove.
On the defensive side of things, communication obviously key. A lot of switching on the perimeter and getting that help defense on the backside. Where does the communication start with your defense?
It starts from me, honestly. I always have to lead our guys, and keep my guys in place, and and they're really good kids, and they all listen.
Looking forward to the rest of this season, what are the things that you think that this team's learned over the past few games that you really want to focus on, honing in on for the next few?
Just being a team, we're starting to trust each other, and that's really important because, obviously everyone's eating here. It's not just only me, obviously other people are in double figures, and, and that's what, we're getting better at, sharing the ball and, trusting each other.
Beautiful. We look forward to the next couple of matches. Enjoy this win tonight. We're going to talk to head coach Tony McIntyre here in just a second, so don't go anywhere, all right? Right back inside the William Academy Gymnasium with head coach Tony McIntyre. Back and forth contest. You guys were down 11 after the first quarter. What did you like about the next three quarters from your team?
Yeah, I just thought we competed. I thought defensively we came out and we missed rotations, left shooters open. And we knew that, the longer and deeper we got into the game, the better chance we had of coming back. We're still trying to figure stuff out, so it's going to take a little while.
You've got a lot of class of 2028 players on your squad. You seem to have a really calm approach to them. They often get down on themselves, but you're there lifting them up. Talk to me about, coaching the younger guys going against these grade 12s.
Confidence is everything. When you believe you can do it, you could do it. So for me, it's letting them play through mistakes. We have trade-offs. So, as long as they defend the basketball, we'll give them that freedom on offense and let them play through it.
Obviously, Sammy Uraz looks to be one of the leaders of this squad. He is one of the graduating players this year. How much have you relied on him in terms of his leadership for these young guys?
From day one when I got here, it was, he kind of took charge, and he is kind of the rallying point and really trying to pull the guys together and believe in what we're doing. And we're trying to install, part of our culture and the way we play, and it's going to take a little bit of time to get that going.
You look at some of the young guards coming up. Goran Davidovic came into this game absolutely executed on the offensive side of things, obviously a little bit of foul trouble. But what have you seen from him in your time so far with Crestwood?
Solid, reliable, doesn't say a lot, but he goes out there and, the guys believe in him. They trust him, and he moves the ball, and he could score when he wants, but he's out there, and he's kind of our glue right now that's keeping it together. Our two guards really played well today in terms of trading off and on the ball and just making sure that, we got into the stuff that we've worked on so far in practice.
One game now above 500 in OSBA play. What are the top two things that you think this team needs to focus on to reach its full potential?
For me, it's taking care of the ball. Our turnovers, our fouls, defending a little bit better, and then just really, when to go and when to get into our offense. So it's going to be that balance, and it's going to take some time, but, I like what I see so far.
Beautiful. Well, OSBA viewers love watching Crestwood play, and we can't wait to see more Crestwood action. We appreciate you tuning in on the OSBA Game of the Week. Until next time, adios.